Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. I'm playing very serious videos. I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. I am just gonna apologize right now because I'm gonna butcher the hell out of this pronunciation. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today? Well, it happens to be my Bloody Wood shirt. Specifically from their 9 Inch Non tour that they were on. And if you don't know who Bloody Wood are, they are a fantastic band out of India that I became aware of a few years ago. Originally, they started out doing sort of like metal covers of American pop songs. I wasn't aware of them during that period. I became aware of them when they went over there and did their first original song. And that's when they started to kind of define what would become their musical style, which is basically a mix of sort of like nu metal. So you have like harsh vocals and rap vocals and clean vocals, and then also incorporating in elements of like traditional Indian instruments to have this sort of Indian folk nu metal sound, which I think is so fucking badass. And pretty much every person I've gone over there and showcased their stuff to has loved their stuff. Even people who don't like nu metal seem to really dig their thing. I like them so much, I've actually seen them perform live a couple times. It's actually where I got the shirt. I have videos of those performances. They're on the channel as well, just in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as their music goes, because I think they're incredible. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? How badly am I going to fuck up these pronunciations? So, if you watch my channel, you know I always really like supporting local establishments, and I like trying to do what I can to kind of get the word out for them. And one of the things that I've really liked doing is, especially when we get new establishments that open up in the area. And just a couple days ago, I was in a Facebook group for sort of local food area stuff, and a new place popped up saying, hey, we just opened. What was that place? Happened to be Boom Dosa Point, and I'll also mention Boom Boba Junction, because they also do boba as well. But Dosa Point is kind of their main thing. But yeah, so they are what it seems to be, and I apologize if I get any of this wrong, but they seem to be a place that's specializing in like South Indian cuisine, which is actually cool because there's a new Indian place that opened up that I did a review for called Royal Indian Cuisine. So now we got like extra Indian food around, and that's just so cool. I love that so much. But I just got through reviewing some of their, where did I put the thing? Oh god. There it is. I just got through reviewing some of their dahi puri. Again, apologize for pronunciations. But boy am I sure parched, and that's why I got some. Boom! But what is this? This is their Rooh Afza Lassi. ROOHAFZALASSI, which is one of their signature drinks, and lassi is a yogurt-based drink from Punjab, India, apparently, according to Wikipedia. So yes, and I've been told that apparently it's rose-flavored. I was also instructed by the guy at the front. He's like, wait a little bit to drink that, because like I'd had one of their boba while I was waiting, so I'm giving it a little bit. We're going to try it out. I'm guessing I just go through the sticker on top. Yes. No. Sticker. I don't know what I'm doing. Or is this one of those things where I think I'm just gonna... No, there is a thing. I think I just suck. That's fine. Oh, and I didn't do a thing for the thing, but let's get a thing for the thing. It looks like this. And we'll kind of... Ha 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 ha. And let's give this a shot. Ooh. Ooh. That's really cool. Now, I have had Lassi before, on at least one occasion, like a while ago, like probably a couple years ago. But I do remember, or at the very least, I had something similar. Certainly never had it like this, though. It's a little extra frothy on top. I like that. And yeah, I can see why he was telling me to wait, because with the boba, I was chocolate chip Jamocha boba. Very, sweet, very, sort of powerful flavor to it. I can see why he would tell me, hey, give it a little bit of time in between, just so, because like the flavors in this, while still rather striking, are more subtle. So good call on him with that one. That was, what's his name again? I got the thing. I apologize for sure I'm mispronouncing his name. Aravind. I'm going with that. Good call, Aravind. That is so good. And I love, because I guess, according to, again, Wikipedia, they're like, oh, you can just put, different types of fruits and whatever in it. So the lassi itself is kind of like a base, to build off of. But I know that you can just have it just as is. And I believe when I had it, it was just as it was. I remember liking it, but I do remember thinking, like, this is strong. It's very tangy. It's obviously, got a low yogurt base to it. And I have had other things similar to that. Like, there's something called, like, kefir or something like that. I think we used to sell it at the gas station I worked at. Well, that was a yogurt-based drink. But it is a little heavy. It is very tangy because of the yogurt. But with this, it's a little bit lighter. And then because you have that somewhat floral aspect to it, it kind of evens it out in a really interesting way. And like an extremely delicious way. And the really cool thing about it is, like, I've had floral-based drinks before. This doesn't taste like any that I've had before. The way the floral aspect comes through, it's pungent, but like it's not. Because if you go too heavy with floral stuff, it kind of tastes like perfume. That's sort of the risk you run. But with this, it's in there, it's noticeable, but it's subtle enough that, like, it's just this really tasty accent. But it does carry, like, a slight floral aspect to it. Like, the mix of that, being somewhat, again, floral, a little bit earthy, and then just the, somewhat punchy kind of yogurt aspect. But again, this is really cool and really unique. That's so cool. And because of the way the rose flavor and whatever is in there kind of works with the yogurt, it starts off with that sort of yogurty tang, but then it kind of dials back and almost finishes up tasting a little bit like a milkshake. That is really good. That is exceptional. All right, well, 2 questions have to be asked. Not really, because we already know the answer. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Absolutely and absolutely. I think that's fantastic. Like, I wanted to try something that would be unique to this place since they just opened up and everything. And like I said, I'd had Lassi in the past. And, I remembered enjoying it. So I was like, okay, I'll tie in with this. I would not have expected it to have been as good as this. Because even though I did enjoy it the last time I had it, this is taking whatever that experience was to a whole new level. Like, the subtlety of it, the delicacy of it, but then still having these really delicious flavors and it being flavored in such a way that I've never quite had in that type of combination. That is exceptional. I really, really like that a lot. And, like, I can see why it's a signature drink for them. And that is a drink that, as much as I like their boba, because they had really good boba too, not downplaying the boba, that is the drink that I would get anytime that I came here. And I like it so much, I have to do it. I'm calling that the business. And folks, if you don't know what that means, you don't watch my channel enough, or at all. When I refer to something as the business, that means it's basically a perfect item. It's just fundamentally and structurally sound from the ground up. It's just fantastic. And that's what this drink is for me. I'm somebody, I like cool drinks, and I like trying out, you know, different types of cuisines and stuff like that. And, you know, it can be hit or miss, obviously, but like this is such a big hit. This is something that not only do I personally just think it's fantastic, but it's going to stick with me. That's going to be one of those things that, you know, even if it is a little bit before I get it back out this way, I'm going to remember that and be like, that's the drink I want. And if I'm recommending it, I'm absolutely recommending it. And I think this is one of those things where, you know, look, like I said, their boba was really good too. I'm sure all their stuff's really tasty. This is one that I really think that you owe it to yourself to try. Like if you happen to be out at this place, or if you happen to be at some other place and it has, you know, same type of drink or what have you, I would definitely recommend it because it's so unique, so cool, and then just extremely tasty and good. So, but anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks go over there themselves a truly even more delicious South Indian cuisine, I guess. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what other types of delicious and unusual beverages should I try for the show? Like, seriously, if they're like regional cuisine, or not regional, well, yeah, I guess regional cuisine, but regional drinks and stuff like that, I'm sure there's infinite amounts of them, but let me know, because, like, man, oh man, like, you know, I love getting to try this stuff and, like, having just these completely unique experiences like this. So, you know, I'm always open to recommendations. I try to get to them when I can. But anyway,